is called Stick It Out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Stick It Out Season 2. This is our first actual episode of the show. If you missed the prelude, this is a show where me and these fine gentlemen right here, we take 5 Rush songs that we maybe aren't too crazy on. We spin a wheel, get one song at random, and we have to listen to that song regularly for 2 weeks to see if our opinions have changed at all. We had some pretty interesting picks last time, so let's just get right in and talk about them. So, Ralph, what did you think about your song, Limbo?
Well, you got some more respect for the song, mostly after doing research. So I was listening to it a couple times, and then Kendra29 on YouTube commented, reminded me that they recorded Test for Echo, but never released the concert footage. But it is part of R40. So then I watched the live version, and then I'm seeing that Neil's got a lot more that he's actually doing that comes across on the album version, you know. So that helped me. And then I also watched Neil Peart, A Work in Progress, where he talks about every Test for Echo song. If you want to watch 4 hours of Neil talking about and drumming, this is a good video. So I learned that there's the harmonics part, and they call that the Oriental section. Then there's a chorus, it's called A Caravan of Camels. So I learned a little more about the song. So that's when I guess Geddy's moaning or chanting or whatever you call it. So listening to it in these different versions, I really liked the verses. I mean, they got a lot of great playing, all 3 of them, but I like the guitar riffs better during the verses. The Oriental section that they call the harmonics, just kind of this ho-hum, just doesn't really go anywhere for me. And then the chorus, it's okay. It's occasionally, Geddy's singing got a little annoying to me. I was like, all right, enough already after 2 weeks. So all in all, I think if it wasn't the Oriental section in there, I'd really dig the song. It's still the bottom of the list for instrumentals because it just really, I mean, it goes nowhere. I guess that's why it's called Limbo, because it's kind of all over the place. So that's kind of my stand. And then I figured out why they have Monster Mash in there. It always bothered me. And that was just because Neil was trying to remember the lyrics to Monster Mash, and Peter Collins brought in a CD with it, and they decided that'd be funny and put it in there.
Interesting.
So overall, I'm liking the song more. I can see, when I'm listening to it, I'm bobbing my head, kind of rocking out to it. So that's my take from that.
Yeah, as the resident Test for Echo defender, I've always really enjoyed Limbo. I thought it was fun. That live version is really something cool. If you guys at home or you guys in the call haven't watched it, you really should. Just look it up. They played it at a Molson Amphitheater, I think it was. Yeah. Super cool song. I think it doesn't really get as much credit as it has. But yeah, I'll start talking about my song before and after. So if you didn't watch the prelude, I had no idea what this song was. It was just one of the songs in the debut album. Like, I heard it on the radio once, but other than that, I'd never actually listened through it all the way. So just going through it, the opening section where it's just a lot more slower paced, little bit bluesy. That is some of my favorite early Rush. If that song has done anything for me over the past 2 weeks, it's shown me that the debut album has a lot more to it than just hard rock bluesy jams. Like, that opening section is beautiful. And I think it lays down a lot of the groundwork that you see later on in records like Fly By Night. When Alex really kicks in and you just hear like a much more demanding bass presence from Geddy, and even some great drumming from John Rutsey. Like, his drumming is, with all due respect, pretty simple. Just the bass, it's just the same deal all over the record, but it's so incredible, so moving. And then it transitions into the hard rock part. And all credit where credit's due. It's a great hard rock song. Shouldn't have come after that. It's a moment on the record where I feel like there was just tonally executed wrong. And the lyrics, those are painful. man. Like you see the song title before and after, and all the beautiful instrumentation at the start, and you expect it to be some great ballad about, like, I don't know, how it's like this yearning and just, I mean, it's a song about wanting to be someone's man, but it's not what you go into with that. And once again, credit where credit's due. It's a great hard rock song, but it just doesn't match at all. And yeah, the lyrics are painful. The chorus, yeah. I mean, that's basically all I have to say about it, is the words itself. I like the guitar solo in the song. I think it's pretty dope. But just this song is, once again, I think it might end up going into the forgetful bin again. I mean, some of it has left a positive impression. Once again, that opening intro, some of my favorite bits from the debut record, but just, I don't know. I don't think I could ever listen through it all the way again. Like, I'll get through like the first 3 minutes and then just skip over to the next song. But yeah, I mean, if you listen through the album and you want to take an isolated listen, yeah, it's a decent enough song, but just like, it's not going to go into my regulars playlist. And once again, I have to stress, with this show, we're not trying to degrade any bit of Rush. We on Rush fans hold the philosophy that all Rush is good Rush, but not every song's going to be a Tom Sawyer or Red Barchetta. That's just the nature of having a body of work that's like almost 170 songs, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think overall, after listening to before and after, it has gone to where I've thought of it before as not really a incredibly impactful song.
So it hasn't moved much.
Not really. I have a bit more respect for it now, obviously, that I have listened to it. But other than that, not really. Not a favorite of mine.
I would love just an instrumental version of the first album, because I think that what it comes back to a lot with the first album is people, the lyrics make it sound kind of like any other generic 70s, rock album.
For sure.
That's on FM radio. But there's some great riffs on there. Early on, they were really good on their instruments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the debut record's just an interesting little bit of history right there. Definitely a lot. There is a lot to unpack there for sure. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that they moved in a different direction, in all honesty. Yeah. So now let's move on to Jared, who had The Best I Can. What do you think about that song?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of thoughts. I probably listened 20 times. I have a couple live versions that I listened to as well. It's moved for me. I like it more than I thought I would or did. It's got, great drumming, especially live. Really good bass work and really a nice guitar solo, and just like a fun little riff that it's built on. But the thing I just can't get past is the lyrics. And some songs I just kind of like downgrade them based on certain lyrics. And I think like Alien Shore is a good example. Like, I think that song is decent, but the line, "We'd elect each other president," just, I gotta like knock it down a peg for that. I'm sorry. Like, that's
I love Alien line. Shore. Come on.
Yeah, but that line, you and I, us as a couple, would elect each other president. It's terrible.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So in this one, I want to ask you, Ralph. We've got this lyric: "Blankers and boasters, all the bluffers and posers." Like, Ralph, do you have a lot of blankers in your life?
I don't know what a blanker is, right?
He's doing the best he can, okay,
right.
Guys?
I mean, blankers and then bluffers. You got a lot of bluffers in your life, Ralph? Like,
yeah, right.
So then there's the lyric like, "Oh, Patrick, are you an impatient cat?" Like, would you describe yourself?
Man.
Yeah. Interesting that you bring up that line. Originally in the song, because the song was written, I'm pretty sure the song was written before Neil was like in the band like all the way. The original line for that song, if I'm not mistaken, was instead of don't like long rests, I must confess I'm an impatient cat, was I like large chests.
Oh,
And then don't like long rests, I'm an impatient cat. Yeah, so thank God Neil joined the band. Because
well, so do you think Neil came in and changed that?
I'm pretty sure he gave
Credit
gave a
it solely
pointer.
to Getty.
Yeah, the credit
Yeah.
is totally I don't know. Getty, if you're watching the episode, A,
Yeah,
explain
right.
yourself, and B, tell us if Neil made you change it.
And C, we love you. Okay, but
Yeah.
but I'll tell you, one of the live versions I listened to, Getty changed the Blankers and Boasters one to something else, which seemed to work better, and it sort of gave me the impression that maybe he knew that was a bad line. And then the last one I really hate is rock and roll into scream, making millions my dream. Will I do that a lot? Like, what does he do a lot? Making millions my dream. He makes millions a lot, or he dreams about making millions a lot. I don't understand it. Oh
Yeah.
God. So I feel like what happened on this second album is Neil came in and he saw this song written by Getty and he thought, well, that's cute. You know, I'm the new guy. And also they're letting me write this song called Rivendell, which is gonna be awful. Okay. So so
Jeez.
yeah, Getty, we'll go with your little Best I Can song. So, it's just it gets lumped into me with all the other kind of like mediocre lyric songs like, What You're Doing and In the Mood and Working Man, let's be
Take a
honest.
friend.
Take a Friend. Yeah, a lot of the
Ah.
first album, like Ryder said. But
Yeah.
I think for like a song like Working Man or What You're Doing, the music just is so amazing that it really dominates. And with Best I Can, I appreciate the music more. I really don't care for a lot of the lyrics, but I accept it. It's 1975, Geddy Lee, and I think it's not a top 100 Rush song in my opinion, but wherever I had it ranked mentally before the episode, it's ranked higher now. So that's about the best I can say.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Best I Can it's interesting for me. I think Fly By Night is a great album to drive to and listen with friends other than Rivendell. But Best I Can has always been a fun one for me. Like when I'm driving, I'm like, okay, I like this. And like listening with friends, that's a song that they tend to like because not a ton of my friends are too into Rush. But like they enjoy the debut album and some of the like more debut-y album songs that are on Fly By Night. And Best I Can is one of them. And with the lyrics, like the making millions and that's a weird lyric, especially coming from Rush on the same album that freaking Bytor the Snow Dog is on. That's a title that does not initially scream making millions is my dream. But yeah, I mean it's a fun enough song. I enjoy it every once in a while.
It's a lot shorter than Before and After, and I think that if it was like
that helps.
6
That
minutes
definitely
long,
helps. Yeah.
yeah, I was able to listen to it that many times,
Yeah.
partly because of how short it is. Yeah.
Yeah, try listening to Before and After 20 times. It's just as fun as it sounds.
Yeah, so on to Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick, what do you think about Lock and Key? Watch your words. I love this song.
All right, I had Lock and Key, and for the record, to be stated, I am not a synth era hater. I love Power Windows, Signals, Grace Under Pressure.
You got your Hold Your Fire shirt on right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love every other song on Hold Your Fire, even Tai Shan.
There
You know, when I listen to that song, I feel like China is singing to me, and I'm feeling the presence. So Lock and Key is really the only song on this album that I hadn't gotten into, and I was very diligent. I listened to it 20 times exactly, and I think what I've realized about this song, and I may have alluded to it in the prelude, is it's just that opening like 20 seconds in those first couple of lyrics. I don't want to face the killer instinct and the face it in you or me. The way Geddy sings that, it just doesn't feel like Geddy to me. It feels a little forced. It doesn't feel natural to him the way he kind of sings it. Because I realize that once it gets past that part of the song, the rest of the song is fine to me and grew on me quite a bit. Alex has a great guitar solo in it.
Oh yeah.
Because I was listening to the song so many times, like I was really trying to hone in on the different instruments and lock in on them. And again, we say it all the time, but the more you listen to a song and really listen to the drums, you just always find new little bits and pieces and things that Neil is doing. That's just so impressive. I think kind of where I've reached with this song is the way I primarily listen to Rush is I have a playlist that has all the studio albums plus feedback, and I usually just put it on shuffle. I would say before, when Lock and Key would come on, I would just skip it, to be honest. Now, I'm not going to skip it. I'm not going to seek out Lock and Key, probably. It didn't grow on me enough to seek it out, like, I'm in the mood for Lock and Key. But if it comes up on my shuffle mode, I'm in. I'll listen to it. You know, I might fast forward through the first 20 seconds, but but
that skip 30 button. Best friend.
Yeah, but other than that, no, it's overall it was fine. It was good.
There you go. You were listening to the live version of it. That was on well, it's interesting. So the live version of Lock and Key, it was on Show of Hands, but the only way you could listen to it was if you had the Laserdisc version.
Ooh.
Like, it's ripped onto YouTube, and I have like an MP3 file of it. I think the live version's really, really solid. Also the music video where Geddy's doing like a little Les Claypool leg looking thing. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, Primus heads. Yeah, it's a little goofy, but it's a fun song. That guitar
I didn't
solo.
watch the video.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guitar solo is incredible.
Yeah, video was wonderfully late 80s, definitely. It was wonderful. I like that kind of stuff. I love the Time Stand Still video. I'm just like, yes, I love this. It's just unabashedly just, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it is.
Yeah.
Raccoon hair.
Yeah.
Painful. I love Geddy Lee, but I feel like I'm dogging on Geddy Lee. I mean, that dude maybe spent $700 on a jazz bass. So all intents and purposes, I love Geddy Lee. But that
So
dude,
he's making millions.
Yeah. Well,
I guess so. Yeah,
he did.
but that
it
dude
was his dream and he realized it. Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, made a made a 17-year-old from Ohio make a impulse bass purchase. Let's go. Thanks, Ged.
Ryder, is that a 9-string? You know how to play that thing?
Man, I'm still working. Oh yeah. Also, Geddy played a 5-string on Lock and Key. Fun fact. I think that was the only song he ever did it on. But yeah, very interesting first 4 songs that we have here. So let's roll our torture wheels and get another one going. So first up, we're going to have Ralph going. We got a couple of really interesting songs here. So let's take a look and see what we've got and spin the wheel for episode 1. Oh man. Okay. So Ralph, you've got the big wheel. So initial thoughts going in. What do you think about Big Wheel?
Well, with Limbo, I didn't have to deal with the lyrics, so that's going to be interesting. And I listen to, and I can just focus more on the. Can only focus on the music. So, I mean, I like Roll the Bone, so, but that's my least favorite song from them. We'll see.
Really?
All right.
I find that surprising. So,
Yeah.
wow, I think it'll grow on you.
Yeah, Big Wheel's definitely a fun song. If you go into it with like a little bit more like, okay, I get it. Like that's gonna help you a lot more.
Yeah, really good drumming, I think. Yeah.
Huge drifts, great groove on that song. That's a good one to drive to.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the synthesizers are awesome on it too. Excellent.
Yeah.
That's a good first. All right. So next up, me. Let's see what I have to listen to for 2 weeks.
What am I going to stick with you with? Come on.
Come on. Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. So for the uninitiated, if we land on our own name, we get to pick the song. So let's see. So I got Face Up, Sweet Miracle, In the End, and The Wreckers. Interesting. I'm going to double up with Ralph on a Roll the Bone song. I'm going to go with Face Up. I used to really, really like Face Up. Like, it was a song I had in my regular rotation. And when I was jamming out with a couple of people, when we listened to a lot of Rush, I was like, hey, let's play Face Up. But just over time, it just kind of degraded for me. Every time it came on, I just kind of like switched it off. I like some of the other songs on Roll the Bones a bit more, like Heresy, Big Wheel, Ghost of a Chance. Over time, it just became a song that kind of faded out for me. But I was listening to Roll the Bones in the shower the other day, like just the title track, and that one kind of jumped out to me. So maybe this one will again. So who knows? That's what we got this show for. Next up, we got Jared. So let's see what you got. Maybe
Come on.
Need some love. Need some love.
Need some love. Hey,
ABF. Anything but freeze.
I'm hoping it freezes on Freeze. Let's see it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, Patrick. Oh,
There we go. Okay, Patrick.
you screwed me again, man. So what's it gonna be?
All right, Patrick. What are you
Need some
thinking?
love.
Need some
Oh,
Need
love.
some
You're
love.
keeping me in that era. Oh,
Oh,
You're
my-
I
digging
know.
for best I can.
you are brutal. Jeez.
oh my God. Patrick, I need some love, and this is not the kind I need. Oh,
Oh.
Lord.
Come
You put
on.
that song in your list. You
Jeez,
Well,
yeah, that should be
okay,
a
so-
crime.
Running here. I'm running there.
there.
I'm looking for a girl for the next 2 weeks.
I'm looking for a girl for the next 2 weeks.
Oh gosh.
Which is odd because I thought you had a girl. So
I
This is-
do, but
this
Jeez,
could ruin
yeah.
your marriage here.
didn't Getty have one as well?
Yeah.
Sorry, honey, I gotta
Oh,
go look for a
man.
girl for Rush Round. Or
Oh my
Rush
God!
Stick It
First,
Out.
you're liking long chest, big chest. You must confess, and now you're looking for a girl.
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh,
You're getting-
wow. Patrick, I hope I get payback.
You're getting brutalized, my man. All right. Okay. Now we're closing out episode 1. We got Patrick. Let's see what we get. Maybe you get a little bit of, maybe Jared gets a little bit of payback. Hit him with a think I'm going bald or something.
Oh, that's my white whale.
Oh, roll the boat.
Roll the bones. Okay.
Roll the
Neurotica.
Bones deep dive.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's just start the deep dive right now. Yeah. All right. Neurotica. What do you think?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. Again, coming in, Nautica was one of those songs that I don't dislike or love. Obviously, it's just kind of one of those songs I forget about. It's pretty. I think I said in the prelude, like I love half of Roll the Bones, and kind of the other half of Roll the Bones, I'm just kind of like I don't have really strong feelings on. So I want to change that. So I think Neurotica will be a fun one
Plus,
to get into.
we know Patrick loves his erotica.
Hey, you know it's. I love the
Damn.
alternate lyrics for best I can.
Yeah.
That's right, you know.
Ah, jeez.
It's gonna get exotic over here.
Wowza.
You're gonna find, Ryder, that it was like originally "Need Some Glove." That's a song about the winter,
go.
the winter times, and how
Winter
cold it is
times,
in
yeah.
Toronto. Yeah.
All right, that's interesting. We got 3 Roll the Bone songs and another early Rush era track. This episode 2 is going to be pretty interesting. I think we got a couple more controversial picks here. Unfortunately, no Freeze for Jared yet, but there we go. Stick It Out, season 2, episode 1. What did you guys think? We hope that you guys are still playing along, whether you got your own songs or maybe you're sticking with one of our wheels. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell so you know when episode 2 of Stick It Out comes out, and so you know when other shows like Rush Roundtable and Rush Deep Dive are loaded. Hit the like button, comment once again. We really hope you're participating, and we'll see you in episode 2. Later.